go and sleep. And as I was packing my things, and as I was going to sleep, then suddenly, something told me, a voice told me, go and read the Bible again. I wanted to go and sleep, but you know, because this piece of paper today, I saw it. There are people who are selling land. Let me show you. Looking like this, for those who are, it's called villa homes. They are selling a piece of property in a plot is going for 9 million shillings, 9.8 million shillings. And there are two choices of pre-decisioned house types, and you get up to 70% financing from housing finance. They are working in conjunction with Villa Kazi or Villa Homes. And you say you buy and build. It's fully serviced plots in Athi River. You get a plot for maybe 3 million, 4 million, and then you start building your house. You can get a plot for 10 million, others for more money. And I was talking to a friend of mine who was telling me about investing in the future. Bringing the future closer to the present. That is the meaning of taking a mortgage. You can imagine somebody taking a mortgage of 26 million shillings. You wonder the kind of mathematics that they are doing. But it's okay. You need faith to do things. For example, even to build a house, like it's just in my table. To build a house for 8 million shillings or for 10 million shillings, you need a lot of faith to do that. You need a lot of faith to do that. It is a test of your faith. It is not a test of your pocket. It is a test of your faith. And you can imagine somebody taking a mortgage of 100 million shillings. What kind of faith does that person have? It's not a question of his pocket. It's a question of his faith. This man has taken a very huge risk. It is not a question of his age. It is not a question of the kind of money he's interacting with, but it's a question of his faith. Do you understand? That is the difference between people. There are people who can go somewhere and without money manage, and you wonder, how did this person maneuver? It is because these people are operating with faith. Because with faith, as little as a mustard seed, you can move mountains. And also the Bible says, without faith, it is impossible to please God. So some of you, when you see somebody doing something, this man is using witchcraft. How can he be reading the Bible at night? He's interacting with spirits. I don't know. It's because this person has a faith. His faith, it's a question of faith. Are we together? Yes. It's not a question of where he comes from. It's a question of his level of faith. Are we together? Yes. So I've given you some of the answers that you need. because I was asking a person, how can you take a mortgage of 30 million? He says, I started like you. How I started like you know. So when I was around 50 years, I'd already finished paying. Hey, but you were not afraid you would die along the way. No, 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 I was not afraid. You see, because he took that mortgage. Most people are afraid of taking a mortgage because they're afraid they will die along the way. Oh my goodness. People are afraid. Say, how can you be, how can you even think about your death? Do you know that thinking about your own death, we have been reading from the book of Isaiah about a man who was the palace administrator. In fact, we were even taught in church. He was known as what was his name? Tobias. No, not Tobias. He was called what was his name? He used to work under King Ezekiel. He built his own grave. He carved it out from a beautiful mountain. I think it's Isaiah 35. Let me quickly check his name. He's called. Just don't go anywhere. Let me tell you his name because I don't want to say. Oh, he was called where? No, he had a name. Let me tell you his name because my Bible is here. During the time of Sennacherib, he was also a messenger of. He was called Shebna. Yes, Shebna. The story of Shebna was a man who built his own grave. He carved it, he put marble in the grave. He made his grave very beautiful until God started wondering, who is this man building his own grave? Who is this man who is doing this? And who is this man who is doing who is doing funny things? Then he said, this man Shebna should be warned. Are we together? Are we together? If you're new to this channel, subscribe and comment. For those who are here, welcome to this channel. I can see a man called who was GitHub. I'm blocking you because of your stupidity. I will not allow you to talk the way you want. All right? So kindly watch your behavior, or else I'm going to throw you out of this conversation. Are we together? No, I don't want you to bless me. I want you to shut up. Okay? Next time we talk here, I'm gonna block you, and I will restrict you from coming here. Are we together? Are we together? I'm not going to allow you to speak the way you want. Are we together? Yeah, I'm gonna throw you out. All right, but you're very lucky today because I'm reading the scripture. But in other circumstances, I could have thrown you out very quickly. All right, but you're very lucky, because I am a very reasonable man. I will forgive you today, but don't come with funny stuff here, telling me to bark like a dog, stuff like that. That is very offensive. All right, watch your behavior. Okay. So what's wrong with you? In the book, kindly use respectable language. This is not a place where you come to practice to practice your funny things. Kindly watch your behavior. All right. Let's continue reading. We were reading from the book of Ezekiel. I'm trying to ignore you, but trying to ignore you. I'm giving you the last option. If you just tell me anything, I'm going to block you once and for all. All right, I'm going to block you. You need to watch your hands. I'm going to restrict you from coming here. All right, all right. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you've been reading with me, you will learn that we are reading the book of Ezekiel. So we are talking. I was talking about a man who I was talking to a person who took a mortgage of more than 8 million shillings, and I was like, what? You must have a lot of faith to take a mortgage of a lot of money. But he told me, it's just about faith, and just discipline and financial discipline. I said, oh, right, must be very lucky. Anyway, let us continue reading. If you're new to this channel, subscribe and comment. That is the last thing you're going to say. Okay, I'm not going to allow you to continue spamming this channel. I'm not going to allow you to do that. I'm not going to allow you to continue spamming this channel. This is not your playground. I'm blocking you, so you can anyway, if you're new to this channel, I'm very happy to be here. So let's continue. I said that the book of Ezekiel is divided into 3 parts. The first part is judgment against Israel. The second part is judgment against Jerusalem, and the third part is about restoration of Israel, right? So that is exactly what we have been doing. Any question up to here? I can see somebody here is barking. Why are you barking? You're the Lord of the dogs. Oh, really? So it's the law of the dogs. It's called, let me tell you what it's called. It's called the law of Dante. It's called the law of Dante. And let me just tell you what the law of Dante does. You see, in the world of dogs, okay, let me just just forget about that. Anyway, I won't tell you that. I'm so tired, but I wanted to go to sleep, but I said, you know what? I'm not gonna sleep. We're going to continue reading, and what? What are you talking about, man? You need cannabis to chill down. Really? Man. Wow. So are you here? What are you here to do? To just mess up with me and you mess up the channel? Is that your plan? To mess up the channel? Is that your plan? Because you might have a plan. I'm here to mess this guy up so that he can get angry and go away. Oof. My good Lord. I'm going to block you now. I think you need to chill, because you're oh really? No, I won't go to sleep right now. I'm going to sleep later after finished. I'm going to. I'm tired, yes, but I have goals to do. Look, enough of what you're saying because um, um, you're making me. What's this? What are you talking about? What's wrong with you? Why are you always SMSing? You're just spamming this account. Look, that's the last thing you're saying, okay? Okay, let's continue reading because clearly you've been really? Why can't you just stop? Ah, really? My God, this really? Oh my goodness. You need to stop texting me right now, okay? Please stop. Please stop. Please stop. Just stop, okay? Yeah. Man, why can't you just stop? Really? You know, I really don't like, I wouldn't want to uh, speak no funny things. Too much pressure. Oh, you must be very lucky. You don't have pressure in your life. You must be too lucky. You must be very lucky. You don't have pressure. You don't have pressure. You don't have pressure. You don't have pressure. If you don't have pressure, that's where that's where the problem is. You don't have pressure. Oh, you're just pressureless. Oh, welcome to this channel. Uh-huh. Welcome. Anyway, this person has chased me away. Let me just go and sleep. So tomorrow we'll continue from there. I'm so tired. I need to go and rest. Okay. I need to go and rest. Any question up to there? You can see this man called Was Getab. He's a funny person. I don't know why I'm having you here. I don't know why. Oh, thank you so much for. Yes, you're the kind of person I want. Yeah, at least you're telling me where you coming from. There's some people, they're jokers here, who just my neighbors here. They're just texting me funny things, telling me, oh, do this, do that. Yeah, they're just jokers. They're not telling me exactly where they're coming from. Yeah, exactly. You know, yeah, exactly. Um, you know. So I was talking about mortgage. Yeah, and it's this. I was reading this plan here, and you know, somebody were talking about mortgage and how the modalities, the super nuts, the technical parts of mortgage, and I was like, what? It must be very, very. So how can you convince a young person to take a mortgage in Kenya today? Ah, man, you must be a superhero or something, having superpowers, for you to start having so much. Everything is working against you. Everything. For you to be successful in Kenya, I don't know, you need so much to be going for you, because clearly everything is against you. You have, come on, guys. We have so much, for you to, you need Prophet Elisha, all to be supporting you. Yeah, it must be focused. You must have Jesus. Hey, so many qualifications. You must be good. You must be. You must quit drinking. Hey, so many qualifications. You must do this. Hey, a lot of shit. Anyway, let's read. But I'm used to it anyway. Any question up to there? Any question up to there? Can tell me too much pressure everywhere. Was Get Lab 111 saying I'm giving them too much pressure? No, that is not true. It depends on you. There are people who don't like pressure. Say, oh, we're all spider dogs. I don't know. Funny stuff, I will not, I will just, because to chill down, what do I need to do? Anyway, can see somebody is writing funny things here. And I'm very happy to be here. So any question up to there? Any question? Let me tell you something. If you're new to this channel, those people who tell you, oh, enjoy life, let me tell you for free. Those people have already achieved some of the things they wanted to achieve. But the youth, your battle is not the battle of your forefathers, of those people there. So those people who say, oh, go out and enjoy life, don't worry, you will, I'll not answer you today. Okay. Right. So guys, let's continue reading. Some of the people. Any question? Any question up to there? We're just here for 1 hour and then we'll go to sleep. Any question up to there? Any question up to there? Any question? If you're new to this channel, subscribe and comment. Any question? Any question? Any question? You can ask me a question now. can see somebody's talking about stuff. Anyway, I feel tired, but tomorrow we'll continue from Ezekiel 22, and it's my desire that we finish reading. Finish reading very quickly so that we can. It's funny because people think that anyway. Any question? Some people have already achieved some of the things. Some of us we have to work overtime because if we do that, we'll be able to achieve some of the things that we need to achieve. Some say, "Oh, you're overworking. Oh, I don't know." You think we are the same? I'll not come to you to borrow money. Yeah, stuff like that. Oh, relax. Oh, you have too much pressure. It's because this guy. Anyway, let me just relax.